Okay guys, so if you want employers to take you seriously, if you want to land that dream job that you've had your eyes on for a while, then you need to stand out. You need to position yourself basically on top of that pile of CVs and resumes. And for this, why not simply send them an email with the link to your resume website? So that will get their attention for sure. Now tell me, who would you rather hire? Someone who sends them an old-fashioned printed CV sent to them by post? Or someone who's in touch with their time and can make full use of the technology at hand, someone who can demonstrate that they have skills and a winning attitude? I mean, look at this landing page here. Who wouldn't want to hire you after seeing this? Very good, so let's build that together now. Okay guys, so the very first step is to take care of our hosting and domain name registration. So for this, simply click on the very first link in the description below where it says Get Hosting Here. Okay guys, so if you're watching this video before December the 3rd, 2023, then you will enjoy a massive 85% discount on your hosting plans. So that means that you have access to Hostinger's premium services for just $1.99 per month. Now, if you're watching this after December the 3rd, 2023, well, don't worry, I still have a special deal for you and a dedicated coupon code MrWeb that you can use at checkout. So simply click on this link here, and this will bring you to this page. So this is a co-branded page that we have with Hostinger, and as you can see, you get access to special discounted prices up to 85% off. So this is a Black Friday sale special offer. Now they have special offers throughout the year, but this is the best offer you can get at the moment. And again, this is valid until the 3rd of December. And after this, you can still use the coupon code MrWeb at checkout. So if you scroll down the page, as you can see, you can claim your deal. So basically you have 3 different offers here: $1.99 per month, $3.49, $8.99. So what's the difference between those 3? Well, basically this is ideal if you're just starting up or hosting just one website like we are going to build today. If it's just the one website you need, well, that's absolutely fine, you know. This one is for business, as you can see, up to 100 different websites, and the Cloud Startup is for up to 300 websites. So this is more like for web agencies or something like this. As you can see, you can save up to 85%. This is the best deal ever at the moment. And for less than the price of a cup of coffee per month, you can have your website on the premium plan from Hostinger. Also, as you can see, if you scroll down the page, you get free domain name, which is normally $9.99. So you save another tenner there. You get your free mailbox as well, unlimited bandwidth, as free SSL certificate. So most hosting provider will charge you for this as well, at least a tenner. I've seen $24.99 in some companies as well. So again, all these features are included for just $1.99 per month. So all you have to do is basically click on this button here, add to cart, and then from here you need to select your billing cycle. As you can see, 1 month, 12 months, 24 months, or 48 months. Obviously, the best value is on 48 months. As you can see, it's only $1.99 for this one. So you get the same price for 4 years. So the total cost, let me scroll down here, as you can see. So it's only $95.52 over 48 months. So that's like $23.88 per year, so $24 per year. That's all it's costing you. So if you scroll down, obviously they're going to add taxes on top. It's only $21. So total cost here, $117.49. So depending where you're based, the taxes may vary slightly, you know. Now I have an even better news for you. As you can see, 85% discount, $117.49. Now I have a coupon code as well. So here type MrWeb, okay, and then apply. So 11749. And now $105.74. So you saved another $12 in total, guys, okay? So after this, simply proceed to checkout. Very good. And once you've gone through the checkout process, you can go back to this page and log into your account, okay? So log in, then enter your email address and password and click login. So this is your Hostinger dashboard, and right here on top, as you can see, you can claim your free domain. So for this, let's click on claim domain. And right there, you're going to type the domain name that you want to register. So for instance, your domain name, okay? And then select your extension. As you can see, you have .in for India, .me for personal websites, .com, this is the most popular one, obviously. You also have .net, .xyz, .help, .host. So select the one that suits your type of business. So let's go ahead with .com as an example here. And then we're going to check the availability. So let's click on this. And as you can see, this one is already taken. So you might have to look for a different variation of your domain name. So in our case here, we're just going to try to register Learn with MrWeb, okay, as a .com. So again, let's check the availability. So this one is available. So we're going to claim our domain, okay? So let's do this together. So let's claim our domain. And then by law, you have to enter your details here, obviously, you know, because you have to know who's registering the domain name. So let's click on the next step. So I'm going to fill this out very quickly. So there you go. And now finish registration. Very good. So now let's click continue. Very good. As I can see, the email verification is pending at the moment. So basically go to your mailbox and click on the link that's inside that email. So I've done that already. So now we can refresh. Very good. As you can see, now it's active and verified as well. Now we can set up our server. So we go back home here. So depending on which plan you purchase, maybe premium, business or cloud, you will see one of those sections here, okay? So when it's not set up yet, you will have a button like this one just next to it. So again, it could be premium, business or cloud. Either of those is absolutely fine, you know? So now click on setup. Now we're going to click on start now. And right here, you're going to go through a few different questions. It's like a setup wizard, basically, you know, to help you set up your hosting. So as you can see, you have a few questions here. What are you creating the website for? So you can select either of those, or you can skip altogether. I would advise that you skip this one altogether, you know. Right here, what are you going to do? Are you going to create a new website or migrate a website? Well, in our case, we're going to create a new website. So select this. So do you want to build this with AI or ourselves? Well, we're going to build this ourselves. So just skip this step altogether now. And you're going to select your domains. So normally it should show up automatically, but if you have more than one domain registered, you might click on the drop-down menu and select the one that you want to assign to this, and then click select. And now right here, you're going to select your server. So this should be normally the nearest either to you or to your target audience. So let's say if you're based in United States, selling to people in the United States, well, you select either of those two here. But maybe you're based in the United States, maybe selling exclusively in Europe, in which case you might select one of those servers here, okay? So because we're based in Ireland here, we can select either Netherlands or maybe United Kingdom. So United Kingdom should be nearest. So let's click on this and now we click change. Very good. And now we're going to finish our setup. So as you can see, now it's taking care of everything. We can see the progress line. So now as you can see, it's installing the SSL certificate for us automatically. Very good. So we're done already. As you can see, well done. You are ready. So from here, you can either go and see your website. So we don't need that because we haven't built anything yet. So we're going to go back to our control panel. Okay, so let's click on manage site. There you go. And we're back to our dashboard now. So now from here, we're going to create an email address and also we're going to install WordPress on our server. So first, as you can see, it says free email setup is not finished. So let's click on the manage here. Very good. So as you can see, I've paid plans as well. I would go with the free one. Absolutely no problem with this, you know. So I'll click select. So let's create our email address, so maybe info@. You're going to enter your password and then a recovery email just in case. I'm just going to put hello@mrweb.tv, okay? And now we're going to create our new account. And there you go. As you can see, we have a new email address now and you can access it using the webmail. So if you click on this, you can open this in a new tab. So this is your email address, enter your password as well and click login. And there you go. As you can see, this is your mailbox, basically inbox and sent and spam and archive. So basically you can access all your emails immediately from here. And now we can go back to our dashboard. Okay, so from here, we're going to install WordPress. So right here, you have website, click on this, expand. And as you can see, you have WordPress and auto installer. This is the one we need to click on. Okay, so click on auto installer. And now for this type of project, we just need WordPress. We don't need WooCommerce. WooCommerce is an e-commerce platform. We just need WordPress on its own. So what we're going to do is click on this, so select. So first, let's enter the website title. So maybe Learn with Mr. Web. Make sure the admin email is correct and then create a username and a password as well. Now we move to the next step. So right here, you can select if you want automatic updates or not. So it is advised to use this option here, update only to minor version, but that's really up to you. If you want to automatically update to the newest version, you can select this one here altogether. Again, that's really up to you, okay? And then click install. And there you go, guys. You can see this is done already. So we have everything installed, you know, Lightspeed Cache, Object Cache, SSL certificate. So now you can edit your website by clicking on this button here. So I'll click on that, it will open up in a new tab and this will give us access to our WordPress dashboard. Okay guys, so welcome to your WordPress dashboard. So from here first, let's have a quick look at what our website looks like in the front end, okay? So from here, hover on the title of your site, visit site, right click, open in a new tab. And this is basically the 2024 theme that comes by default in WordPress. It's actually not a bad theme at all, but we are going to use our own one. So let's go back to the WordPress dashboard and let's do that first, okay? So first we go to Appearance, Themes, Add New, and normally you should have Astra here. If it doesn't display on your recommended, you can always type this in the search box, Astra, and there it is again, okay? So if you hover on top, you have this button here, Install, click on that. and then activate. So now, depending on when you'll be watching this video, you might see this message here, install starter templates. Sometimes it doesn't show. I don't know why. It's just Astra. They keep changing things around. So if it doesn't show up here in your theme section, you can go to Astra and you go to starter templates. Okay. And as you can see, you can activate it from here. So either way, it's absolutely fine. You can have it from the appearance section or then Astra and then starter templates. Okay. All that matters is that you install it. So install and activate. And now we need to select our page builder. So the block editor, that's the one that comes with WordPress. Elementor is the easiest one. It's a very intuitive drag and drop page builder. And then we have Beaver Builder, sorry. So basically we're going to select Elementor for this one. So click on this one here. Very good. As you can see here, all these different templates that you can choose from. So these are ready-made templates that you can import in just a few clicks of the mouse. So it's going to save us a lot of time, obviously, you know. So if you go back to the top here, as you can see, you have different categories. You have business, local business, personal care, professionals, and also personal sites. And right here we have a section called Portfolio and CV. And this is the one we're interested in today. So if you scroll down the page, you can see some of them are premium. So these are paid version, but today we're going to use a free resource. And this is the one here, right there. That's called Portfolio and CV. This is a very nice one, very professional looking, and actually suitable to any job seeker applicants, you know. So if you click on this, you can see what it looks like. And I like this one because immediately from here, you have an image of yourself, you have your name, the type of position that you're interested in, your contact details, so email address and phone number. So immediately here from above the fold, they get all the information they need about yourself. So here about a section, some further details, areas of expertise, and also, as you can see, your experience. So basically all the different years with companies you've worked with, and a quick overview of your main skills. And if you scroll down, there's even a portfolio, if it's suitable to your type of industry, obviously, you know. And there are even more internal pages. There's an About Us page, as you can see, you know, a services page, a portfolio page. So very flexible, like I said, you know. So basically here, the home page is the most important one, and contact page. So these are actually the only two pages that you need, and you can scrub those if you wanted to. I'm going to show you how to customize all this anyways, okay? So from this, you can upload a logo, but we don't really need it. So what we're going to do is skip and continue for now. Now, right here by the side, you can select your color palette. So as you can see, by default is blue. So if you scroll down, as you can see, the icon, the headings here are all blue and black and gray. Now, if you select purple, as you can see, this will change everything, you know, even the background color and all that. So you get a different feel, obviously, a totally different feel. That's really up to you, you know. Maybe you prefer orange. As you can see, even the background color will change. It's a bright orange now in the background. And you can select maybe red or blue or green, whichever color you prefer, okay? So feel free to select any of them. So I'm going to go here with the default one. And then you can select the font that you want to use. Obviously, the font will change the feel of your website. So feel free to select any of these. So now we can continue. And then from there, all you have to do is click on this big blue button, and then the import will start automatically. So let's do this together. As you can see now, the import has started. So it should only take a few seconds, you know. There you go. As you can see, that's done already. And as you can see, it took only 15 seconds to install everything. So now click on this button here to go back to the WordPress dashboard. And then confirm. Very good. So here you can select yes, you deserve it, whatever, you know, it's up to you really. And then right there, let's go back to the front end. So this is what our website used to look like. Now let's refresh. And there you go, guys. You can see in just a few clicks of the mouse, we got the content imported for us. So we have the website almost ready. What's left is basically to change the content here and make it our own, and obviously add our own experiences and skills, etc., etc. Okay, so let me show you how we can do so. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard. Very good. So now from here we go to pages, all pages, and look at the home page. So it should say front page just next to it. Okay, and now if you hover on top, you can edit with Elementor. So right click, open in a new tab, and I always recommend to have the WordPress dashboard in one tab, the page that you're working on in another tab, and then the front end in another tab again. So this way you can always have access to all these different tabs regardless of which one you're working on, okay? So let's go back to Elementor. So this is basically our page editor. So as you hover on top of each element, as you can see, it's surrounded by a pink border. If you click on any of those, you can edit the content. As you can see, this is a heading. This one is also a heading. This one is called icon list. And this one obviously is an image. So first thing first, I suppose on a CV, on a resume, you want to put your face first, a picture of yourself, a flattering picture of yourself, you know. So try to find a lovely picture of yourself, ideally of you smiling, you know. So simply click on it. And this is your media library. So these are all the images being used on your website at the moment. And if you go to upload file, you can upload your own. So select file. So I found one here online, as you can see. Find a lovely picture of yourself, maybe smiling and everything, you know. So open and then select. Very good. As you can see, now we have our own picture. And again, like I said, it's very important, you know, first impression counts. Make sure that you have a lovely picture where you're looking straight into the camera and a lovely smile as well. And this will go a long way, obviously, you know. So here, hello, my name is, so that we can keep the same way. So here, to change your name is very simple, okay? So I'm just going to put John Doe here. That's all you have to do. Click on the element itself and you can change the content right here. And that's basically it, you know. Now you can always stylize this differently. If you go to style here, as you can see, you have the text color. So you could change it as well if you wanted to, you know. You could change this to red perhaps, you know. Feel free to play around with this, obviously. You can change the color of anything. Basically select the slider here. You can move to blue, maybe purple, and so on and so on. So I'm just going to keep it black for now because it's a nice color anyways, you know. And you have the typography. So this is all related to your font. If you click on this, as you can see, you have the font family. So if you wanted to change this to another font, let's say Montserrat as an example here, you could change this very easily. And to change the size, you can use the slider here. So you might want it to be a bit bigger, maybe a bit smaller, more discreet. Again, this is really up to you, you know. You can change the thickness as well, thin, light, you have medium, and then bold and extra bold, obviously black. Again, this is all really up to you. So this is basically how you can customize this. Now, if you wanted to go back a step or two, you can easily do so by using the history here. As you can see, the small clock here, click on that. And as you can see, you can always go back to a previous point in time. So if I click on just the heading here, as you can see, we go back to the initial settings, and this is absolutely fine, you know. So this is basically how you can change the content and stylize your text. So let's do the same with this one here. So John Doe. And who is John Doe? Are you a web developer? Are you a lawyer? Are you a chef? Or what is your specialty basically? Okay, so here I'm just going to leave web developer, but feel free to type whatever you want. Obviously, just replace the text. And again, same principle. If you want to stylize this, you can change the font color. As you can see, it's a grayish color at the moment. But you could select any colors you want. So it could be the same blue that we have originally. So if you go to your main colors here, as you can see, you have global colors. Click on this. And as you can see, you will find the accent color, the secondary color, and the text color. If you wanted to change it to your main accent color blue here, basically click on this, and there you go. Now you're John Doe, web developer. Again, it's just a matter of preferences, you know. You can stylize this exactly the way you want, based on your own taste and personality. Now, as you can see, we have that image in the background, like that rounded shape here that goes around, and that grayish color here. Maybe you want to change that altogether. You know what you can do is click on the main container here on those 6 dots. So edit container and go to style, and you go to background overlay, and this is where the image is. So let me remove this. Okay, now there is no background, and now if you wanted to, you can add a color as well. Okay, so you can go to background, select a color, select the color that you want. So maybe let's try maybe a bright blue or something like this, you know. Feel free to play around again, like I said, you know. Maybe you want something a bit different, you know, maybe beige or something like that. So let's go maybe with this color. This is really up to you. If you want something simple that goes straight to the point and easy to read and a lot of contrast with your text, you can change this from here as well. Now you could have a gradient background as well. So you can select your initial color and then the secondary color. So I'm going to go with maybe the same color but a bit darker, you know, or maybe brighter, whichever way you want to go. You can try different colors, even blue, as you can see, and mix the two colors together. Now, as you can see, this is horizontal. You can also change the angle. So as you can see, you can go from that side to the other side. You can move this around, you know. So if you wanted the blue to be more behind you, you can have it at 70 degrees. Or maybe the other way around. Maybe you want this to be emphasized this way, you know. And that's basically it. So that's how it works. And then you can use the location as well. As you can see, it will bring this further up or further down as well if you want to put more emphasis. So maybe we go just about 80% here. There you go. I think that looks very nice. So that's really up to you, you know. Now we have another feature as well. If you go back to background overlay and let's add our image. So this is the one here. Okay, so select. Very good. And as you can see, we have a shade of blue on top of it. So basically you have the background and you have the background overlay. So these are two different things, okay? So the background overlay is basically something that's faded on top of the rest. So basically if you add a color, you can actually tweak the background itself. So as you can see, our gradient is there and we still have the other image in the background. And I think this looks beautiful. Now there's just one little thing I would do is to change the color of hello, my name is. This is too faded. So we go to style and let's select jet black. And then we do the same with the one underneath with the divider here, okay? And as you can see, go to style. And again, that's the same color, so jet black. And there you go. I think that looks absolutely perfect. Now, how can you change your contact details? Again, click on the element itself. And as you can see, this is an icon list. So basically you can select the icon and what you want to type next to it. So if I expand this, as you can see, this is the email address, and then you can select your icon. So as you can see, you can select any of them, you know. So we have the envelope here, but maybe you prefer this one. Select this, insert, and you go. You have a different image now. And you can do the same with the phone here, okay? So if you click on this, you can look for phones and select any of those icons, okay? So maybe you prefer something that looks more like a mobile phone maybe, okay? So maybe mobile. There you go. Mobile phone, insert. And there you go. As you can see, that looks very, very nice indeed. And all you have to do is just type the text here and type your email address. So let's say hello@mrweb.tv. And there you go. That's just done with the most important section, which is the hero section. So this is the above the fold, as we call it, you know. So basically, this is the first thing that visitors will see. And they have all the information they need. They have your name, what exactly that you do, your contact details, and a lovely picture of yourself. So even if they don't scroll down the page, they already have all the information they need just from here. So as always, from time to time, don't forget to click update to save your work. So let's move on to the next section here. Next, we have the About Me section. So this is a very important one. So here in just a few lines, 2 or 3 lines, you need to summarize the main reason why they should hire you over anyone else. Make it so enticing and compelling that they want to hire you. So as an example here, let me replace this with something else. I'm going to give you an example here. So for example, passionate web designer with 6 years at leading agencies. So here you're telling them that you've worked within big agencies environment already, weaving creativity into user-centered design. So you know your stuff. My mission, crafting digital experiences that captivate and convert. So this is the key word here, obviously, you know. Excited to bring my knack for visual storytelling and client-focused approach to your team. So basically you're telling them all about all the benefits of hiring you and everything you have to bring to the table. And all of this for what? Because you want to be part of their team. So you're saying everything in just one sentence, okay? Now obviously this is maybe a bit too big now because we have 6 lines of text. So we can go to styles, we go to typography, and we're going to change the size a little bit, okay? So try to bring this maybe to an acceptable size. Maybe, let's try maybe 32. Okay, 35 maybe. This is just a happy medium, you know? And right here underneath, we have this text here. So I design professional and beautiful websites. So this is a bit cheesy, you know, and it doesn't help basically. It doesn't add anything to the story because we've said everything here already. So we could replace this with something else. Something like this, for instance, my passion, UI and UX design. And this will tell them basically everything. So this is basically an add-on to the main story here, the main description here, okay? And right here, as you can see, you have 2 paragraphs. Now here, you're going to add basically a real about us section. So basically, you're going to re-explain all of these, but in detail, okay? So as you can see, I have 2 different paragraphs here. What I would do basically is delete this one. So right-click on it, delete. To read more, we don't need that. Right-click, delete. And then open this one and then type everything on the same space here, you know. So basically I'm going to add something quickly here. So perhaps something like this, you know, try to put as much text as you want, but not too much obviously. It's just to add more context to those 2 here. So basically here they know that you are very good at visual storytelling, which is important in web design, and that you're also passionate about UI UX, now give them even more additional reasons to hire you, okay? So again, don't forget to click update. So let's move on to the next one. So here we have the what I do section. So I don't think this is the proper title here or heading. We're going to change this. Basically here you want to emphasize all the areas of business that you can look after within the industry that you're in, basically, okay? So as an example here with web design. So in web design, you might be looking after UI UX, you might be looking after web development and also app development. So this way your recruiters know exactly which areas of business you can look after and in which companies they can fit you in as well, okay? So let's say if you were a chef. So the main 3 keys area for a chef would be, I suppose, kitchen operations would be one. You can put a description here. Instead of web development, you could have maybe menu development or culinary creativity, you know, creating all the different meals and all of that. And right here, you could have cost control and budgeting as well, because obviously you have to buy meat and all of that and all the food that comes into the restaurant, you know. So these could be 3 areas that you can use and develop here. So right here, what I do. So we're going to replace this with something else. It's not really clear, is it? So let's change this. So let's say key areas. So immediately from here, any employer will know exactly what it means. You know, these are basically the areas of business you can look after. And by lining them up here and listing them, well, it's very easy for them to actually tick boxes and know exactly if you're suited for the job or not. Okay, so again, as always, don't forget to click update. And let's move on to the next section. So this is an image basically in the background. So this is very nice. You could actually put a picture of yourself in action, you know. So back to our example here of a chef. You could have the chef in action in the kitchen, you know. This would be actually nice. So all you have to do for this is click on those 6 dots, go to style, click on this, and then upload the new picture. So I found one online. There it is. You can see a very nice one, you know. So you can see yourself in action. Select. Very good. And now, as you can see, if you scroll down, we have some sort of parallax effect, you know. As you can see, we can see the whole image as we scroll up and down. And this will help your employers, again, see exactly what sort of work you've been doing in the kitchen. Very good. So this is going to bring a bit of visual context, basically. So let's scroll down the page. So this is another important section. So basically here, you're going to emphasize your main skills. So as you can see here, as a web designer, you could use maybe JavaScript, PHP, Python, and Photoshop. Now, again, back to our chef here, it could be culinary experience, maybe time management, leadership and communication maybe, okay? So depending on the type of industry you're in, feel free to put your different level of expertise. So how can you handle this? Well, it's very simple. Again, click on this. As you can see, this one is called progress bar. So it's very simple. You're going to put your skill name here. And as you can see, you put the percentage. So if I wanted to reduce that maybe to 55, it will go up to here, 83 and so on, okay? So feel free to tweak this around. Now, if you wanted to add an extra one, right click on this one, duplicate. And as you can see, I've added this one now. And now let's say maybe communication here as an example. And you don't want to be exactly 80, maybe 84. And this will give a sense of accuracy as well. And then here we have your curriculum. So basically your experience. So from the latest, the most recent one to the oldest one, obviously, you know, chronologically. So as you can see, if you click on this, here you can change the date. So 2015 to 2021, maybe 2023 now, you know, basically. And right here, that's the name of the company you've worked for. And right here, the role you had basically within the company, and maybe a few lines of explanation, you know, and then you can do so. So as you can see, you have 1, 2, 3 of them here. And now if you wanted to add another position that you had in the past, perhaps after this one here, so as you can see 1, 2, and 3, maybe you want to add a 4th one, maybe a 5th one as well. How can you do so? Well, basically here, you don't simply click on this and duplicate. You have to actually use the navigator here. So what you do basically is open the navigator, put it by the side here. Now click on this section on the container itself. As you can see, this is your container. Go to the next one up. So this is your main container. Now right click on this, duplicate. And as you can see, now you have an extra one, okay? So this is basically how you can duplicate the whole section, hassle-free basically. And now you can change this accordingly. So I'm just going to delete this one. So again, we go back to the history, text editor, we go back to the next step, the previous step, sorry. And that's basically it, okay? So next we have the portfolio here. So depending on the type of industry and the type of job that you're applying for, you might want to add maybe some of your work that you've done, maybe a screenshot of the website that you've built or something like this, you know, whatever it is really. Maybe you're a designer, graphic designer, you want to show maybe business cards or flyers that you've designed, this is the ideal section for this. Okay, so if you click on that, as you can see, this is a gallery. Okay, so how can you add images? Well, click on the pencil here. As you can see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images. Now you can add more and you can remove some, obviously, So if you want to add to gallery, click on this and let's add a random picture here, maybe this one. Okay, so add to gallery. There you go. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So insert gallery. And as you scroll down, you will find this one here now. Okay, so this is basically it. So if you click on this now, let's remove one, maybe this one. Okay, insert gallery. And there you go. As you can see, that's basically how you can take care of your portfolio section. So now we scroll down, you can see that doesn't look good at all. All the images are different sizes. They're not aligned properly. So what you should normally do is to actually upload pictures that are the same size. It will look a lot better. Okay, so what we do is basically clear the gallery, clear, and let's create a new one together. Okay, so let's upload file, select file. So I created 9 of them here. Okay, and as you can see, they're all the same size. Open. So there you go. So make sure you select the 9 pictures and then create the new gallery. Excellent. So now we have 9 images selected. So insert gallery. Very good. As you can see, they're all here. So clearly we need a bit of spacing in between. There's not enough breathing space, obviously. So right here, as you can see, we can go to style, spacing, and here you can select custom. And now you can decide, based on the size of your images. So not too big, not too small. Maybe just about here. That'd be about fine. And then as you can see, for your content, you can define how many columns you want this to display as well. If you want to link this to the media file or not. So basically at the moment, if I click on it, it will open up and zoom in. And then you can see all the images. Now, if I click on this, it will open up in the actual folder, So that's really up to you. I think that looks a lot better like this anyways, And that's basically it for the homepage. Now we're done, so we can click update. And we can go back to the WordPress dashboard. So exit, and there you go. We're back to WordPress dashboard. So let's go back to the home page now. So as you can see, this is what our website used to look like. Alex James, web developer, and so on and so on. So let's refresh our page and see how it looks like now with our own details on it. So let's refresh our page. And there you go. As you can see, John Doe, web developer, your details, lovely picture here. Quick overview about us, the key areas of our specializations. A nice image, our skills, our curriculum, and our portfolio. Very good. As you can see, we still have the footer section to take care of, and we have a big get in touch call to action button here, a link that we're going to link to our contact page as well. So first, let's take care of the contact page, and then we'll take care of the footer section and the header as well. So we go back here, as you can see, contact, edit with Elementor. So right click, open in a new tab as usual. And again, why am I doing this? Because we're going to need the WP forms here, and we need to access our page itself, and we can see what it looks like in the front end. Okay, so very good. So this is our page, so contact page, and here we have an image. So same principle, if you want to change the image, simply click on this, go there and add whatever image you want, and then scroll down the page. So the most important part here is the contact form. So I'm going to show you how you can customize this. So right here, you can type your details, maybe a phone number or something like this, Again, this is just like a word processing system here. Just type away. So click on this. As you can see, it's using contact form. And which one is the contact form? Okay. So where is this one? So like I said, it's located here in the backend again. So we go to WP forms, all forms. And if you scroll down, there it is, contact form. Okay. And this is using a shortcode as well. So if you click on this, now we can edit the content. There you go. As you can see, name, last name, email address, and message. So in our case, we want employers to be able to contact us. So maybe you'd like to ask them which companies they're from, and or maybe their phone number and extension as well, or something like this. So in which case, we can just drag and drop different fields here. So we're going to grab the single line text. I'm going to put this below the email address, okay? And right here, we're going to click on it again, and now we can change this. So we're going to put company name, because you'd like to know where they're coming from, obviously, you apply for a job, they're contacting you, and then they're going to fill out the form. Obviously, you want to know where they're coming from, which company they work with, So company name, and that's basically it, So that's how you can customize your field. Now you can go to all fields, add as many as you want, if you wanted phone number and so on and so on. All you have to do is basically drag and drop. So after this, click save. Now, important step, go to settings, And as you can see, you want to make sure you receive those notifications, obviously. So click on this. And right there, as you can see, it says admin email and admin email here as well. So we're going to remove this because this is causing an error message. So we're going to change this with our email address, but the email address should be part of the same domain name. So if your domain name is, let's say johndoe.com, okay? So now you can have info@johndoe.com. So what I'm going to do here, the domain name I'm using at the moment is learnwithmrweb.com. There you go. So if I type here info@ and then learnwithmrweb.com, and right here as well the same info@, there you go. And as you can see, the error message is gone now. So that's basically it. So the email address has to belong to the same domain name that you're building the website on, okay? So click save, and right here you have confirmation. So as you can see, thank you for contacting us. We will be in touch with you shortly. So in this case, maybe you want to customize this a little bit, thanks for contacting me. Yes, and then I will get in touch with you shortly, or thank you for your interest in my services, or something like this, After this, click save. I can close this, back to WordPress dashboard, and let's go back here. So this is basically it, okay? We have nothing to change here. So we go back to the front end now. We're going to click on contact. And let's call, as you can see, now you have the company name, so they can fill this out very easily, Now let's link this to the footer section. So basically, if they click on this, you want them to be redirected directly to your contact page. And I'm going to show you how to change this as well. Okay, so let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. This time, scroll down, go to appearance, customize, and then scroll down to the bottom of your page. There you go. As you can see, this is our main section. So if you click on this, as you can see, this is a widget. So we cannot change it from here, but I'm going to show you how to do that in a few seconds. Right here, if you click on this one, these are customizable here immediately. So as you can see, you have Instagram, we have Dribbble, Behance, and LinkedIn. So feel free to customize this and link this to any social media platform that you want. All you have to do basically is click on this, put the name here, and instead of the hashtag, put the URL. So very simple, So as you can see, you have services as well. So this might not apply to us, to be honest, So what we can do is basically delete this one. Okay, we're going to get rid of it all together. We don't need it. So for this, going to scroll down, delete menu. Okay, so there you go. It's only this one left. So feel free to link this to anything, If you don't need it, you can delete it the same way, Just click on it, scroll down the page and delete. And all you have is get in touch. That's what you want basically, okay? So now again, if you click on this, you cannot edit from here. So what we can do basically is to X out of this. And now we go straight to appearance again, but this time widgets, okay? Very good, so I can close this. And right here, as you can see, I have Footer Builder Widget 1, Widget 2, and 3. And I believe it's Footer Builder 2. So if you click on this to expand, this is the content, as you can see, based in New York, working worldwide. So this doesn't apply to us. Well, we can change this slightly, and then get in touch. So click on this. So right here, this is your title. So you can change it. So I'm going to just put based in, let's say, Dublin, and then maybe, let's say, can work immediately or something like this, okay? So right here underneath, you have a bit of code here, as you can see. So I'm going to explain you how this works. So basically, you want to link this to your contact page, okay? So we go back here. So this is our contact page, okay? So if you right-click on this and copy link address or fetch it from the top here, all the same, copy and paste. And right here, instead of the hashtag in the Ahref tag here, just between those two air quotes, paste your URL basically. So click update. Well, let's go back here now, go to the home page. I'll go straight to the bottom and let's put this to the test. So get in touch, see, based in Dublin, can work immediately, get in touch. And there you go, that's your contact page. So this is just perfect, okay? So that's us done with almost everything. So all we need to do now is to add our logo and remove some of those pages, okay? So we go back here again. And then for the logo, we go to customize. And right here, if you hover on top, click on the small blue pencil. And now all you have to do is basically change the logo from here, okay? So click on this. So I already uploaded the logo here, okay, Mr. Web. So select and then skip cropping. And we do the same with this one here, okay? So select the same logo, choose image. As you can see, this is way too big at the moment. So you can scroll down the page and use the slider here to adjust this accordingly, So maybe 105, there you go. And I don't know why I had to go and click on this, visibility, click on that. And then again, and now it's resized properly. I don't know why it's doing this. He's acting up a bit, but anyways, You get the gist. Maybe 120. Let's try this again. Click on this and back on this. And there you go. That's the right size. You know, you don't want your logo to be too big either, you know. So then click publish. And then we're going to remove some of those pages. So exit out of this. Now we go back to appearance, menus, and find your main primary menu, which is this one, menu, primary menu. Okay, so select. You can see a home, about, services, portfolio, and contact page. So now depending on how many pages you've created and customized from your backend here, maybe you just want to keep home and contact, in which case you can click on this and then select those three, bulk select them all, and then remove selected items. There you go. Now you have two. And now you may be thinking to yourself, oh, I'd like to add a new page. How can I do that? Well, you go to pages, view all, and then you can always add them. Okay, so about, portfolio, service, add to menu, and then you can move them around just by dragging them just like this. Okay, so maybe home, about, then followed by your portfolio, maybe your services, and that's it. Okay, so in our case here, to be honest, I don't think we need those three because you're seeing everything on the home page anyways. You know, all you want is them to see your curriculum on the home page and contact you. So after this, click save menu, and let's go back here and let's refresh. And as you can see, now we have our new logo and only 2 pages here. And as always, before you share the URL to your website, make sure that everything looks good, and then scroll down the page, make sure there's no typos and all of that, obviously, you know. And then if you go to the bottom again, make sure that the get in touch is working and all your links as well, you know. So let's click on this, and this is our contact page. And there you go, guys. This is how you can build a curriculum, a CV, a resume website in just less than an hour.